Happy Friday, guys. Welcome to this market recap session. Welcome, team. Welcome, Patrick. Welcome, Maciej.
I feel like stupid now, to be really honest. Look at the nice gold move.
Wait,
Unbelievable. Guys,
wait,
before we was going live, I was telling the people, man, I belong, but I have to go out before we getting out of the market, before we going live. And now, damn, we get the nice breakout, guys. So, guys, we are here for you. We are not looking for trades at the moment on my end because focus is on yourself, but the nice breakout trade on gold was amazing. And I get out, of course, before we get the breakout. Unbelievable. So,
no,
Maciej, welcome also.
no worries, Pat. Welcome, everyone. Hello, traders. With this hot interview, what we have for today? Special news. CME one more time, rising margins on silver and gold, Patrick. This is what is going on the background. COMEX 100 futures have been increased to 9% from 8. This is the third time increasing deposits and second time in last 10, maximum 12 days. Silver also hiked to 18% from 15. So this is what is going on exactly on the metal side. Also, what we have in Oman, I hope everybody knows and check the news. So right now, let's dive to our charts today. Let's start from gold. What is going on? So first thing first, let's check where we are and what is going on. Jet contract exactly above us, of course, sitting cluster, magnetic one day max, call resistance, 0 DT and gamma wall, round number supporting blind spot. Right now we cross HVL, what Patrick was doing, trying to break this and go with longs. That was very good idea. We coming back from 0 DTE perspective to positive gamma regime, and where we are on our charts exactly here. Above us, of course, the main bigger bar, main positive strike from gamma all expiration on jet contract 5K later, open window 100 points, another plan A 100 points above. But if we drop below 49.00, then we have open massacre move. So be careful what is going on, especially 49.00 right now is a switch mode, plus minus this zone here. If we drop and get acceleration, then plan B, I hope, will be very clear, because what we have here, of course, HVL and put support as another cluster, and later, if this not hold, voila, one day min is sitting below and also put support. And today overnight prices, yes, correctly, we drop a little bit below 47.00. Right now, what we have, $250 move from the midnight till now when we are looking from European market. So what we can say, be careful, we start session in next 15 minutes. It can be very crazy also. Why? Because we have rising deposits. So right now main session with higher deposits will start in next 15 minutes. So let's also take a look what is going on the nearest expiration of gamma. Boom, voila, 5K, of course, the biggest positive gamma strike. The most negative gamma strike sitting around 48.50 and 48, of course, and still from the same view, 49, 49.25, switch mode from positive to negative gamma regime. Then be careful here, you know how works plan B. Plan C, if you don't know what is going on the market, you are waiting for the news, especially from Oman, about peace talks. Wait. After weekend, we have also another week. So no worries, ladies and gents. We're coming back. We will have live. We will have new idea and cover the topics. So gold right now looking very clear. I hope so. What we have on silver, boom, voila. Similar picture below. Rockets. Put support 0 DTE and 1 day min from SLV when we converting. Where we drop also to the swings model era from SLV when we convert to silver. How it looks? Awesome. After coming back Above 1 day max on SLV, also 1 day min from silver right now where we are exactly sitting on the clusters. So I will wait here what they do. Plan A, I hope, will be very clear. If we have pressure, we're coming to the upside. Plan B, after crossing 72, it will be much more interesting what is going on. Right now, in this zone, I will stay back and take a look, especially what is going on the beginning on session and later with our new intraday snapshot when we will get it. Of course, 20 minutes plus minus after the first bell. So then we can check uh, how ETFs like SLV, SEAL, or GLD are changing picture, changing view. So let's dive also to GLD. End of the day data. Let's take a look how it looks. Guys, amazing. One more time. Clusters. 1 day mean, put support, lower bands supporting blind spot. Hold 430 plus minus. Right now, where we are and how we call it, Patrick, please tell me one more time when we are coming from 1 day min to 1 day max, what kind of move this is, how we call it very often.
This is the handshake.
Of course, boom, voila. What is between from the main levels? Nothing. Only blind spot around 50% of this move. So right now we have a gap below, a gap above, and where we are sitting in the most waiting zone from last few days, ladies and gents. So be careful with this, waiting for a signal, waiting for a news. Perhaps we'll get some drop right now. And what we can expect? Oh boy, gamma, delta, take a look. What a red bloody color is sitting here. Fabio, could you give us some tips how we can interpret this?
Yeah, so basically, what the matrix shows you, the picture on the right, is the overall option chain for this asset. And then for each of the expiration, we look at the gamma, delta, and also gamma change, the column that you see there, JAX normalized, DEX normalized, OI normalized, is really the change compared. So actually, this is the percentage of gamma for that expiration, and then next to that you have the change compared to the previous day. So here what we see is that for the first expiration of February 6th, we have about 23.8% or 0.6% negative gamma expiring, and that has changed by 126 million compared to the previous day. So here you can see how positioning change, and basically you can see that across all the different expiration.
So, if someone will ask, is it big? Guys, 126 point million.
Yeah,
Whole chain 400. This is near 30% of the value.
yeah,
Also, gamma 25 near percent of whole gamma from whole chain. What we can say? Be careful today.
yeah.
So, boom, let's check what is also going on. Oh, I'm, of course, let's coming back. Something click, no worries. Where is our chat? Open interest 460, 500, 475, 420. These are main strikes, of course, between 460 and 420. 450, 440 is also interesting and sitting. The main support sitting a little bit around psychological label, of course, 400, nothing new. 500 top, 400 bottom. In the middle, you can also have clear picture what is going on. Later on our charts, boom, voila, GLD. If we staying above 440, we are sitting in positive gamma regime. When we drop below, we are coming back to negative gamma regime. So be careful with our matrix. Take a look how today expiration looks. Boom, voila, main strike 460, later 470 as a plan A. Below 447, later 440, 430 as interesting area. After the weekend, take a look 420, 455, and the biggest strike, of course, 450. So connect the dots. I hope this picture is very clear. Let's check also what is going on SLV. Do we have similar view? Also, a lot of gamma and delta disappearing today, negative. So what we can say, be careful. It's very crazy environment. Main strikes 100, 90, 80, 70. So each time 10 points difference between. I hope this clear. If and open interest, the biggest strike sitting around 100, later around 80, and also similar we have around 70. So you can also add that kind of picture to your chart, and later, boom, voila, 100, the biggest strike. If we staying above 74, positive gamma regime, dropping below, of course, bigger strike as a plan B, sitting around 60, the biggest positive strike, 100, and later 90, 80, and between 80 and 70, a lot of ground to the battle between positive and negative gamma regime, switching mode 73, from positive to negative gamma regime. So let's coming back to our charts after checking what is going on our dashboard. Right now, boom, we are crossing 1 day max. Plan A, another zone. If we checked, of course, 460 is matched. Each time, 450, 440, 430, everything is matched to each other. This is clear. SLV, boom, similar picture. Lower band from yesterday with put support holds very well. Magnetic zone, boom, hottest one. Right now, another cluster put support 1 day min. If we going to the up, what is sitting above 1 day max, HVL, and later we have another cluster, boom, call resistance, gamma wall, HVL, risk trigger, around 75. Plus minus where we are right now, looking from the bigger picture, when we map everything and waiting for the open. From first zone to the second, right now we are near 50% of this whole perspective. I will be waiting, as I was telling you. Do we have some questions, Fabio?
Yeah. So we have a question based on the data. Do you expect a move down on gold today?
I will be not surprised, but also with that kind of environment on the background when we are waiting for some news from the peaceful talks, it also will have, from my perspective, big pressure. I don't know, is it good idea holding also position for a weekend, especially when we have rising another time deposits. Let's check what is going on. And to be honest, later I can say something more. Right now, it will be gambling.
Yeah.
It's 50-50 mode. Let's check what is going on. How, for example, issue rising deposits will have on the market. I don't know. On the beginning of Globex session, we dropped below 47.00. Right now we are near 5K. What a move, 300 points. Is it correction will be wealthy? From my view, of course. But how all deposits will work with bigger hands and bigger value like hedge funds and others, I don't know. We will check after the open how their models are working. GBZ dropping right now a little bit. Gold volatility is dropping from the highest level 48. We are dropping to 35. It gives us more than 2% predicted move for today. Amazing score for, of course, SLV, silver volatility. Why we touch the highest mode 123. Right now we are coming back 96. So it also gives us a lot of volatility today. So let's check really what is going on after the open, especially pit session, which we start in next 3 minutes. So later maybe we will come back in our live to this topic and add some value. Right now, I will be pass Patrick to you.
Beautiful. So let's jump in. We have a question about SPX and NDX hitting one-day min with lot of gamma expiring today. We got a move up. Can you please explain, since we had a big move up, how position has changed overnight? Thanks. I think, Fabio, this is more an options question. As you know, I'm not an options trader, but is there something what you were seeing on your end, Fabio, based on options data?
Yeah, let me just bring up the dashboard. One second. So I think from a positioning perspective, um, when we look especially at the next two expiration, we're still sitting on a very large amount of negative gamma here. You can see it from here. So we did get a bounce back last night. We can also look at the level once we get into the chart. But from a positioning perspective, we're still sitting on kind of like a very heavy, like negative gamma kind of like positioning on the next two, at least next two expiration. And then, of course, like Maciej was pointing out, this is the matrix at the end of the day. So we want to see, of course, what's going to happen at the open. We did have a really nice move up after the close, but yes, like right now, basically, the kind of positioning shows us this big put support level at 6,800, which of course, let me see where we are now. We are now at 68.35, right? So obviously the put support level here can be interesting, and of course, this massive area of negative gamma here, it's worth checking. But yeah, I think like from the position standpoint, when we look at a Q score, we're still sitting in kind of like a negative score for the, coming from the option side. So we really want to see what changes at the open, I believe.
And again, there's a lot of news outside, so we have political impact. Yeah, so this is taking all places. And Ram, I know that you'll be a pro member. No worries. I was also reading your questions in the chat, but I was busy a bit. Today is Friday, man. I feel like it's already weekend, but we will get the point also later in the program. We will discuss this. The only thing what I can say is that we going up. Let's go into the charts now. By the way, here we go. Then I can explain this a lot of better. Um, Here we go. And Q. So we was already hitting overnight our one-day min, and now we get a reaction. So we're getting coming back to put support, and then boom, it's all good. So we are good. And at the moment, if you're looking into our Nasdaq, we have at the moment our GEX level support. Here we go. And if you jump in now to QQQ, you have here your put support and put support 0 DTE support. And this is really interesting. So this is at the moment, in my point of view, really the decision area. If we fail, then boom, we can easily take out the opening candle. Look at this. So this was the opening candle from 4 a.m. Eastern time. Boom, we're pushing high. Pew, really great. And also, if you're looking into the SQQ, as you know, as a pro member, you're looking to the SQQ. We have also the decision area here on call resistance. If something get wild and crazy, if we're going over call resistance and maybe targeting again the one-day max from the SQQ, then we have a trouble. So we was opening also directly at the call resistance. The call resistance was pushing down. We coming directly into put support CODTE and put support, but as you can see in the VIX, what is the VIX doing? The VIX is going in our favor for the long at the moment, and we're dropping. And this is for me, if I'm taking a closer look into the VIX now, Ram, for me, as you know, timing setup location, it's always based on the VIX, and we was talking about this the days before. Let's go. Let's remove the drawings. Let's go in now into the daily chart on the VIX. What was really happened here? So always when we came back in this area here, let's map this out for us. Here we go. If we came over 20 and we're going into, let's go to 20. Here we go. From 20 to, let's say 23. That's a good one. In this area here, very often it was rejected. Not always, but very often this area rejected. You can really take a closer look into this. Rejected, 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 so much rejected. And if we was not rejected, like here, and maybe here, and maybe here, and of course, this beautiful candles here. So we can take a closer look into this and what was happened in the news. But this is your homework. But at the moment, if you be in this area, you came here in this area round, very often we get rejected. So that's also one of my point of view from the market. It's really depending where we are on the VIX, because as you know, the VIX is for me timing and entry my trade. And if we, for example, in a higher area over 20, then I'm looking also a little bit more for the long side. As long the news not getting wild and crazy, it's really depend on the news. If we're getting bad news from the market, for the market, I can also expect it that the VIX will be going higher. But for now, everything is perfect in play. No worries. We should be enjoying today. We should be enjoying the trade, and especially if the market is already not open. I'm talking about New York. So the stock market, everything is good. And let's take a closer look if this would be holding also now here on the VIX. Here we go. We are also on a decision area on the VIX. Can we break down to high wall, and from high wall to our A plus setup, the core resistance CODT, and waiting for reaction and maybe correction again to the upside or to the downside, down to put support. So at the end, everything is in the play at the moment. And for me, there's really no wondering what we're doing here. And we can going now into the bigger picture. The Dow gives us a really good overview of what has really happened. I'm not so much a Dow trader. I will talk to you now, Ram, because it's also for all others. Take a closer look here, what was happened. We are in the range. Here we go. Yeah, we're breaking out sometimes a little bit, but at the end, we try now to come back. Here we go. We are also in the range. Did we see something here on NASDAQ, on ES? This area is, for me, also a rangy area. If we stay here, we are in a range. We can see after 1-day max, if we're coming back to the top of the top, where we stay a really long time or not. But here in the middle, between 1-day max and put support, where we are now, this is really like also ranging area for me. At the moment, everything is good. We was a little bit overextended yesterday to the downside. We were seeing the push, we come back, and everything is in the play now. And also take a closer look into our lower bands. So we're coming into our swing trading model. Back to we are on the T3. So the lower bands was also holding perfectly. It makes so much sense that we see a correction. And now we have again a new upper band, T1. We was talking about yesterday that we see the first time an upper band. But this was, now it's T2. But now it becomes also a little bit lower. Just wait until we come back to the top of the range where we came down. Here, boom. And if you're breaking, we have another upper band. So no worries. So at the moment, everything is in the play. And I don't know if you were seeing this, but we have also now an upper band here from the SPX. Yesterday, there was no change. If you remember, the only one who was doing something yesterday was the NDX, who put a upper band a little bit in the middle. Now we have the upper band also on SPX, and we have the upper band also on the Russell now. And take a closer look. Where's the Russell now? On the 1-day max. So can we break the 1-day max? Of course we can break today 1-day max. We have weekly options expiring. We have news. Maybe Trump will be giving a statement today. No worries. There's a lot of going on. Yeah. So for me, it makes so much sense. Let me know, Ram, if this helps you. All right. Cool. So for our support on the Nasdaq and Q, you know exactly where we have this here. We're coming now again near to 1-day max. So as I said before, this could be today our range where we stay there. So I would be really careful with this because Friday is also capital preservation. And again, if we come to 1-day max, let's see and wait the reaction from the VIX. We have the same with ES, with the range. Put support will be helping us a little bit. At the moment, put support UDT and put support. And again, here at the top where we was coming down, we have the 1-day max sitting. So everything is for me really clear at the moment. So the charts and the levels looking very easy to read at the moment. It's a really nice picture. If you're looking into the Magnificent Seven, is there something what could be also giving us some little tiny overview? Yes, we have Amazon earnings. For Amazon, really, really interesting to see if put support is holding also. Also, put support. What else? We have is coming back to the news candle here. Boom. We take it out. We have also strong momentum here. Nvidia. So many people looking for Nvidia. Nvidia is on a breakout area. Can Nvidia break out on the 1-day max and coming to a high wall? The same with Microsoft. Take a closer look to Microsoft. Microsoft is sitting now at put support and 1-day max. If we're getting the move to the upside, same goes for Nvidia. So Microsoft, Nvidia, really on my radar. So Nvidia, I'm not an Apple, I'm not an options trader, but this looks very nice. So we stay a long time here in the range now. Call resistance, UDT now, put support, 1-day min. We're hanging around here. So only Microsoft and Nvidia looking like to break out. We have the same picture also with Google. Can Google also break out to the top or fail? If yes, man, then let's go. So Microsoft, Nvidia, Google will be my major stocks to looking like. If we get a breakout open, then we get also momentum on the indices. All right, Fabio, I will pass this now to you for the recap because I know you was doing also some homework.
Yeah.
All right. And later we can make Q&A, guys. We have time enough. But now let's go, Fabio.
From my side, really, I was looking at the levels after. Obviously, yesterday we had a big move to the downside, but really looking. So this is the SPX CFD from SpreadX, and obviously look how the levels can provide you for support, right? So to understand how far can the price go, when can there be a rejection area. So obviously this 1-day from yesterday, from the end of day, was really helpful for the move back to the upside. And I think we have the same looking at NDX. So always think about combining the levels with your technical setups if you're using technical, or your actual strategy insights, but they can really provide a great support areas for potential rejection, for potential targets. So if you were on on a short trade aftermarket and you have your end of day level, how far can we go? And you can use those level as targets, or you can use those level as, okay, I think the market could rebound, and there you have like your supporting area. And now of course we're sitting almost at the 1 day max here, but obviously let's see what happens at the open.
Yeah, good job.
Let us know, guys, if you have questions. Now we can open up, our Q&A.
But for the recap, guys, for this week, and as you know, we're doing this every single Friday, the recap. And I don't know, Fabio, if I fall in love into the swing trading levels or not, but if the market have the strong movements, like to the upside or to the downside, what we was seeing the last, I don't know, we were seeing this, of course, this week, and I think the week before, the swing trading levels becoming much more important for us, also as day traders or scalpers, because they helping us to identify turning points. And this is so important. And maybe Fabio, only for education, can you maybe explain again why the swing trading levels could be important also for futures traders, especially on SPX or NDX, and how they can use it?
Yeah, and also, well, we have some also good news coming soon. We're gonna have swing levels on futures too. So just FYI, stay tuned, guys. But what Patrick is saying, yes, is absolutely right. So let's look at, for example, for NQ traders, we can use NDX swing levels or QQQ, right? And then what you can see here is our 5 days swing levels, right? So here we are still sitting on our upper band on QQQ. And what this means is that you see the red here, these are the levels for today, for the next 5 days. This is how the levels played out historically. So the chart on the left shows you the historical backtest, which also shows up here. So you have your swing model success rate of 88%. The lower band was successful on 87% of the cases, and the upper band was successful on 89%. We had less upper bands over the past 120 days on 57 days, and we have more lower bands. So 62 days were kind of like bullish bias. So then you can see how the levels can hold. And then, of course, um, the model considers the upper band and the lower band, but we also do have a risk trigger, which is also a volatility trigger point, and you can also look at the success rate of this level. So you see 55%. So what does that mean to you? That if we are approaching the risk trigger, there is a high chance that we can break the level. So this information is actually kind of valuable, because you know that when we have strong move on the QQQ in this case, we could potentially break this, but we normally respect the main level, which is the lower band and upper band. And you can do the same on SPX and SPY. And then, of course, you can convert that to your futures if you're trading ES. So here we have the same. We have an upper band right now, 69.55. We have a success rate, and of course here you can see the historical levels and how they perform with the backtest.
Yes, exactly. And it really, and for me, I'm I'm not a big supporter of the swing trading model in the past, but now it makes so much sense. And as I said, we growing every single day also. No matter if we're hosting the program here on MentorQ or if you be staying long side now on MentorQ, We also learn every single day something new. And my major think over this week is, man, the swing trading levels, amazing, really.
Yeah, and here what we see, Patrick, to convert them on NQ, very, very simple. You open up the indicator, you tick the conversion. We are now converting from NDX to NQ, and then now you have your swing trading levels here. We can also do the same on Q, and you can also build your roadmap here. So I think you showed this yesterday in the live, how you build the roadmap using the swing level. We have our roadmap right there using the Nasdaq NDX swing trading levels on NQ.
And it gives you also, if you track this, like if I have on my trading view where I'm looking into JM, ES, NQ, and Russell, if you've been indices trader and you convert this to your indices, man, you get also information how the swing model is every single day positioning.
Yeah,
We was seeing this yesterday. The Nasdaq was the first one who came with a lower band, and then today SPX boom was also coming. Oh, sorry, upper band. Sorry, we were seeing the upper band first on NDX yesterday, and then on ES. Now we was seeing also the upper band again. So it was giving us also some little tiny information. This is why I'm looking into this.
yeah,
This is exactly what Fabio have on his chart. The upper band T minus 2, this was yesterday. And this was showing up. And now we're seeing also, and this is how we can connecting the dots based on the swing trading model. Now we're seeing the upper band T minus 1. So the upper band becomes lower. So this is a really nice information. And based on the upper bands T1 and T2, we can connect both from upper band T1 to T2 as our resistance area. So where we expected, okay, if we come to this, maybe it's a good time to wait here before we're doing something. Yeah, exactly, this area. Now we have only, let's say, 300 points. So only, let's say, we have now 300 points left. And then if we come to the upper band T1, we can really think about this. Make this really sense now to going long? And if it makes sense for us to going now long in this area, what we want to see, and also how our risk management should be looking like. Because again, it's Friday. We should not forget it's Friday, capital preservation. And this is really helping us. And if we now plotting also Fabio, the MenthorQ gamma levels end of the day, can you show us this also? Let the swing levels on. Here we go. And then you can have both side by side. And then you get a really nice overview about this. And today it's looking like simple. Look at this, guys. We have our 1-day max, and above our 1-day max, we're having the cluster area from upper band T1 to upper band T2. In the middle of the cluster, bam, call resistance 0DT is showing up. But if we're breaking the upper band T minus 2, where's our range? We have our high wall area where we're flipping from positive to negative area, from positive to negative gamma. So everything is really today simple to read, but we should also not forget the charts are only our guide, our guidance, our guide. How we make the decisions, this is about us. The charts guiding us, they telling us something. And I think personally today is really simple how to read this, but how to trade this is different.
yeah, that's great. I think there's a question from for you, Patrick, on VIX. So let me put it on the screen. So if VIX is not at a key gamma level, but NQ is, you still take the trade when you see a reaction.
I love the questions. So again, for me, it is all about timing on the VIX. So if I'm seeing not a movement on the VIX, I will be waiting, because if we be on a major area on the Nasdaq, this could be also meaning that we pinning now, that we get a pinning effect on the Nasdaq. If I'm seeing movement on the Nasdaq in some of direction and a bigger candle is forming, boom, I get in. But I'm waiting really of the VIX. Two word, it depends. No, it not depends. It's real. There's no it depends. There's always a plan A, plan B, plan C. Plan C, no, I would be stay out of the market if I don't see something on the VIX. No matter if we on Nasdaq on a major area, no matter if the VIX have a nice movement to the top, boom, plan A. If the VIX have a nice movement to the downside, plan B, boom. Not it depends, because then this this would be like flipping the coin. No, we have a clear plan. We have a plan A, we have a plan B, and we have a plan C. We follow our plan without any emotions, with a good risk management, and then we execute. If we win, perfect, good plan. If we lose, no matter what, we was not driven by emotion. That's it.
Yeah.
All right.
Let us know, guys, if you have more questions. Let me show you also what we have going on for the next few weeks. So check out our YouTube channel. So we are gonna be live back on Monday at 8 a.m. and then we are gonna have a couple of sessions next week with Anne Marie and Ryan, and then we'll be trading live on February 20th during OPEX, so in a couple of weeks. So stay tuned for that. And if you missed the previous sessions, just come to our live and you can see the past OPEX last January. It's available here, so check it out. Very, very good insights. So thank you very much, guys, Patrick, Maciej, your um, for your content, for your analysis, for your effort that you put in the project. Really appreciate that, and thank you guys for being here with us, for spending the morning with us.
Yeah, thank you. And Ram, to answer your question, so how about the upper side? VIX at key gamma and Q is not. What do you do? Man, I'm an NQ day trader, of course, yes, but I be driven from the VIX. So if the VIX is now at call resistance or put support CUDT, what would be my A plus setup, as everyone knows, I'm waiting for follow truth. That's it. I'm not getting in blindly. I'm waiting for follow truth. Boom. If I get follow truth on call resistance or put support, if I get a clear direction, then I jump in. In this moment, I don't care if NQ is in the middle of nowhere. But Ram, as you know, because you be a pro member, we have our hanging fruit, we have our blackjack, we have our money printing level, we have kiss and go, we have not only, we have two other names also. If they showing up, we know exactly what could be the plan. All right. With this saying, I hope it makes no sense, man. We can discuss a little bit more about this in the program, but don't squeeze me for the VIX. I'm not the VIX. Monica, yeah, the Monica will become correct, and not only. All right.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend and see you guys next week.
See you. Have a good one. Happy weekend, everybody.
Wish you all the best. Stay tuned. Bye bye.
Bye.